It's not just the state. And in fact, it's us. It's all of us. So raise your hand if you have a cell phone, for example. Okay. This is the really scary part. We, as a part of modern society, you'll notice I didn't raise my hand. We, as a part of modern society, have distributed the surveillance machine. And this is the really scary part. We are all now each other's keeper in a very serious way. We all give out data on ourselves. The architecture of the system itself is part of the problem. And thus, when we participate in those systems, we become the problem itself. We're the embodiment of it. So when we see that people want so-called lawful interception, we should reject it. Because what it is it's the statement that we should ensure that our systems are weakened and that people can spy on us. We should reject this. It's not only a really bad idea from a national security perspective, it's also very dangerous if things should ever change and someone else should take control of these machines. There are in fact FBI agents that are stationed with the Dutch police. They sit in Dutch policemen's offices next to them. You can imagine that. So whatever laws you actually have, they don't apply to the FBI. And they sit in the same office with the policemen here. So even if everything is hunky-dory here in Holland, which it isn't, but even if you were deluding yourself into believing that, you should know that the American police are also here, and they're not accountable to you in the same way. In fact, they're above the law, almost entirely. But they're not the biggest problem. That is to say, all of the things together are the biggest problem, and that includes corporate spying. So the things that Claudio is going to talk about tonight are very important. They are just as concerning in a sense, because we have a new generation of people who are essentially mercenaries, and who use their surveillance abilities to target people who are human rights activists, who are journalists. But it isn't those classes of people are somehow special, because the tactics themselves are part of the problem. They break into people's computers, they break into their telephones, they wiretap them, they spy on them, and they track them all around the world. So Finfisher, hacking team, probably Fox IT. Anybody in here from Fox IT? Kill yourself now. So, just planting seeds in the immortal words of Bill Hicks. But just planting seeds.